So remember that I said that each one of us could come up with our own different evaluation. That part could be different depending on how we feel. The first part of your thesis is going to stay the same. So let's say that our thesis stayed the same up to the word differences, but maybe you think the film is better. It's not okay to just say the film is better. You have to say what it's better at. So, however, the film is better at creating suspense than the short story is, if you wanted that to be your thesis statement, you could. And then you would make that the first sentence of your evaluation paragraph, and then you would prove it using examples in that paragraph. Please only choose one evaluation. I'm going to put that here. Only choose one, but it's completely up to you what it is. It's this first part. I'm going to forget a comma there. It's this first part that's going to be the same among all of our thesis statements. Notice that I'm kind of skipping around. I think that's because it's easier to do that. It's easier for me, anyways, to skip around. So I want us to think about some of the things that are the same. And let's go ahead and skip to our compare section of our paper. Obviously, the overall plot is kind of the same between the short story and the film, right? So we have a man captured by soldiers who is sentenced to death. And that is our protagonist, Peyton Farquhar. He has a pocket watch in both. So maybe we could say that's more like a small detail. Another small detail that I really like is that the marksman, so the guy who's trying to shoot him, has gray eyes in both. And they kind of show that in different ways, but it is a similarity between them. The overall plot, Peyton dreams that he escapes and runs home to his wife. He doesn't really escape, though, does he? So, spoilers, he dies in the end. I think one really nice detail that they leave the same is kind of towards the end of the short story when he is running through the woods and Ambrose Bierce, the writer, he describes the landscape as looking like a lesson in perspective because of the way the trees line. And having quotations in yours is really good. They show this looking exactly the same. Which is kind of fascinating that they found a place that worked so well. We do have some differences as well. A major difference between the two is let's say a lot of differences have to do with what Peyton is thinking, right? So in the short story, Bierce tells us that Peyton is thinking about his pocket watch, but in the film, a soldier takes it from him. And we don't see that happen in the story, but they added that so that we would know that he was thinking about his pocket watch. Also, in the film, there's a song that isn't in the story, but they add it to kind of show us what Peyton was thinking about.